U.S. Soccer Federation on Wednesday released the 17-page in-depth report, the investigation into Gregg Berhalter, and then what happened after that. Just a brief background. Berhalter in 1991 was a soccer star at North Carolina. He was involved with a women's soccer star at North Carolina. They had a relationship. There was a drinking incident in a bar. They went out on the street to argue, and the report says, because I read it, she punched him in the face first. He turned around and kicked her, and she fell. He promptly reported it to the coach at North Carolina. He promptly entered a counseling program for anger management, and the story went dormant. They wound up marrying each other, have a family, and been together since 1991. So we get to the World Cup in Qatar, and he's got all these players he's brought together, and Team USA's rebuilt and qualified, and they get to go to the knockout round. And he sits one of the young stars, Gio Reyna, son of Claudio Reyna, who's a teammate of Gregg's at North Carolina and a teammate on Team USA. Well, this does not go down well with the Reyna family. Gio hardly plays at all. It's a big blow-up. Has to apologize to his teammates in Qatar for not training hard, not being in game shape, blah, 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 blah. So then we find out after the tournament, all of a sudden the story about the Berhalter assault of his future-to-be wife in North Carolina gets public. And we found out that Gio Reyna's mother, who was a close friend with Gregg's wife, leaked it.
Wow.
And now the further investigation, we find out that Claudio Reyna had been in constant contact with U.S. Soccer Federation over the years over their treatment of the teenage kid, how to develop him, where he's placed, practice, what happens in games, relationship with coaches. The general manager of Team USA just quit. He's gone back to the Netherlands, Ernie Stewart. He told the USF Soccer Federation lawyers in the investigative progress that the Reyna family has been nonstop trouble since that kid was 16. Kid's now 21. That this, quote, family from hell, the soccer family, was creating all these issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that story was just released in the U.S. report. They say Berhalter is now under consideration to be retained as the head coach, although there's not been a contract offered yet. And to top it all off, today from London, England, Christian Pulisic went public, saying everything the Reyna family did to impact that coach was childish. It was irresponsible. Pulisic says, this is a good coach who's molded this thing, brought us all back together. He should be rehired. I wish that it never happened. So it'll be interesting to see if they bring him back. Berhalter retains the job. How can you have a relationship with the Reyna family? And then the wild card in the whole thing is Reyna is dual citizenship. He could go play across the border for Team Mexico and their new coaching staff. But I think he gets along with virtually all the players, despite what happened in Qatar. That's a long explanation of where we are, but that's a soccer story. It's terrible. It goes back to 1991. The Reyna family, to me, looks really bad in this. Soccer parents from hell.
Yeah, it's just like youth sports where, both of my kids played soccer, played softball, basketball, baseball. And there was always that one family with a crazy dad or a crazy mom that would be berating the coach. And, there might have been a circumstance where I was one of those crazy parents, but that happens, but you never really see it play out on
this level.
Usually by the time they grow up after high school, it calms down. But wow, what a soap opera. So let's see what happens with Berhalter's future. He seems like he's deserving of keeping his job.
Yeah, I think we'll get a resolution to this probably within the next 4 weeks. One other topic